Hey everyone, welcome to Optonex Tech. Want to take your React skills to the next level? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build a fully dynamic and customizable placeholder component that loads beautifully and efficiently every time. Whether you are building a modern e-commerce app or a sleek content dashboard, this technique will keep your users engaged during loading. Stick around to see how you can make your app feel faster and more professional. Let's dive in. We have already created React project. In that, create new folder named placeholder inside components folder which contains two files, index.jsx for component logic and placeholder.css for custom styling. Moving to index.jsx, first, we import the CSS file for styling the placeholder component. In the placeholder component, we define several default props, like the type, width, height, background color, border radius, custom styles, text, image src and isLoading. These allow the component to be flexible and customizable depending on the need. If isLoading is set to false, we simply return null to avoid rendering the placeholder. Then, we return a div with class name placeholder container and dynamic class based on type. The width, height, background color, and border radius are all customizable through props, with the option for additional custom styles to be passed in. If the placeholder type is set to text and we pass a text value, we render a span element with class name placeholder text to display it. Similarly, if the placeholder type is set to image and we pass an image src value, we use an img tag and pass the image src prop as the source with class name placeholder image. Then, we close the component and export it for use in our React app. Let's write CSS styling. First, we define the placeholder container class. This gives our placeholder a light gray background color, rounded corners with a border radius of 8 pixels, and a block level display. We also add a margin of 10 pixels at the bottom to space out each placeholder. Finally, we set up an infinite shimmer animation to simulate content loading. The shimmer effect is powered by CSS animations. We use @rate keyframes to animate the background position from left to right over 1.5 seconds, creating the illusion of content moving across the container. Now, for text placeholders, we apply the placeholder text class. We use a transparent color for the text and set the font size to 16 pixels. For image placeholders, we use the placeholder image class. This ensures that image takes up the full width and height of the container, with object fit cover to maintain its aspect ratio. The slight opacity of 0.8 provides a subtle visual. We import React hooks such as useState, useEffect, and useCallback for managing the state and lifecycle of the component. We also import our custom components like placeholder and button to build our professional profile card interface. Then, we create two states, isLoading to determine if the placeholders should be shown, and profile data to store the user's profile information once it's available. This allows to toggle between the two states smoothly. Our fetch profile data function simulates a network call by using setTimeout. It sets isLoading to true, waits for 3 seconds, and then populates the profile data state with a sample user profile, turning isLoading off afterwards. Using useCallback prevents unnecessary re-renders. Using useEffect, we automatically fetch the profile data when the component mounts. This ensures that the placeholder is displayed initially, and the content is rendered only after the data has been fetched. Inside app, we add another div with the class name profile card, which will contain either the placeholders or the real data depending on the loading state. To handle loading state, we use a ternary operator. If isLoading is true, we render 3 placeholder components, 1 for a circular profile image, and 2 for text, mimicking the user's name and job title. The placeholder component is flexible. Once the loading is complete and isLoading is set to false, we display the actual profile data including the profile picture, name, and job title. The profile data is dynamically populated from the profile data state. To enhance interactivity, we add a reload button. This button calls the fetch profile data function when clicked, allowing users to reload the profile data and see the placeholders again during the loading state. The profile card class sets the foundation of our profile card. It defines the card's width as 300 pixels and adds 20 pixels of padding inside for better spacing. A subtle box shadow creates depth, and the border radius of 10 pixels softens the edges, making the card look sleek and modern. The content inside the card is centered using flexbox properties like flex direction and align items. The ProfilePic class gives the profile picture a defined width and height of 150 pixels, ensuring it's a perfect circle by using border radius 50%. The object fit cover ensures the image fills the circle without distortion. And a 10 pixels margin at the bottom creates space between the picture and the text below. For profile name, the H3 tag has 10 pixels top and bottom margin and 20 pixels font size to make it stand out. The job title uses P tag with 16 pixels font size and light gray color for a subtle, secondary look that complements the name. Let's walk through the demo of our professional profile card with placeholders. First, we load the profile card with placeholders while the actual content is still being fetched. The image placeholder is circular, representing the user profile picture. And we have text placeholders for me, the name and job title. This ensures a smooth and visually appealing user experience while waiting for the data to load. Once data is fetched, the placeholders are replaced with the actual profile picture, name and job title. In this case, we see John Doe is software engineer, with the image and text now loaded. We also have reload button, which simulates data fetching. This dynamic card keeps everything centered and provides professional look with smooth transitions. The design is both clean and functional, offering great user experience. You can easily customize size, colors, and layout of placeholder. And that's a wrap. We now have fully dynamic and customizable placeholder components which can be used in any React app. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay tuned for upcoming videos.